WALB presents Dialogue, a weekly public affairs program exploring community concerns and spotlighting regional activities.
And happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. On this Father's Day, we are celebrating and, in fact, going down memory lane. My guests may be recognizable to you. They both played for Albany State University. They were basketball players back in the day, from 2000 to 2004. Do they look familiar? Let me see if I can get it right. It's Tracia Tolbert, right?
Yes.
Lacey. Tracy. And then Delacia Frenay Tolbert. And you are Lacey.
Yes.
So Tracy and Lacey.
Yes, ma'am.
And see, this color coordination, you're not helping me today. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say good to see you, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
We want to play catch up with what you've been doing. First of all, I know you sing, you songwrite, you are from a family of athletes, and you've just got this spirit of success. And so that's what we want to talk about, and as we pay tribute to our fathers out there. First of all, Tracy, you are now in Macon.
Yes, ma'am.
Bring us up to date since you graduated in 2004.
Well, we graduated fall 2004. Worked in the school system for a while. Then back in 2008, I moved to, I had got a job in Macon, Georgia as special education. And I've been there for 5 years. I got married to my husband, Vernon Bright. We have 2 little girls, and just happy to be here and just doing what I love and just aspiring to do more in life. Yeah.
All right, and then we've got Lacey. You're here in Albany still, a girls assistant basketball coach at Albany High, photographer, and as we mentioned earlier, a songwriter, and just sort of tell us what you've been. You've got, what, 1 little one?
I have 1 daughter, Tamesia Burden. She's 7. Since graduation, fall of 4, I've worked in the school system. I worked at Doherty Middle. I didn't coach for Doherty High, girls basketball, Albany Tech, women's basketball, and now recently Albany High. And I've just been involved in the community. I have my own now photography, D-Lady Photography, set apart unique images, and it's very successful now. And God is blessing me so much. Give all the thanks and praise to Him, and it's just a blessing. I'm so glad my sisters can come and share.
And be here with you.
Yeah.
And because you traveled from Macon.
Yes,
okay. Well, take us back to when you first came to Albany. You were originally from Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what was the, I guess, the attraction for Albany, Georgia?
Well, actually, we were going to go somewhere else. We were going to go to walk on at Georgia Mason University. We had gotten a lot of scholarships to other places. Lander University, Fordham University, just a lot of different colleges. And then my cousin called us and told us back in June of 2000 that full ride to Albany State.
And your cousin is?
His name is Darryl Pope. He played football for Albany State back in the 70s, and his cousin, our cousin, also played basketball. She was one of the stars here in Albany, Georgia. The funny thing about it is Coach Skinner never seen us play. He's always heard about us since high school, and he tried to get his hands on us, and we got a scholarship to Chipola Junior College. And he just went on his word, and within like over 5 or 6 years, he finally got us. I mean, he just gave us the opportunity to play for him, and we're so thankful to him. You know. Also, our friend since childhood, Sharice Hill. We played middle school, high school, junior college, and all of us got a full ride to Albany State. So
now, and the reason I asked a little bit earlier in terms of who your cousin was, you also have, I guess, a family of athletes. Some of the names we're familiar with. So talk about, those connections.
We found out in '98, I think it was. 97, and Deion Branch was related to us. My other cousin from Condell, Florida, he had got a scholarship to Mississippi Jones. It was a community college.
Okay.
And that's where Deion had went. And then they formed a group. My brother and all of them formed a group. They had like a rapping, singing group, dancing group back in '97. And that's when my brother found out. We just, started talking, and he found out that we were related on his mom's side. And when we finally met him, and then we came to Albany State, and when he got drafted into the NFL, we got a chance to talk to him and spend time with him. And then I think when he won the Super Bowl, he was MVP in 2005. My dad, our family came from Fort Pierce, Florida, and he got hats and shirts made, and it was just very exciting.
Sort of like a reunion.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about, you know, growing up in Florida. You are from a family, you said, I guess it's a total of about 11 children total in the family?
It's 7 on my dad's side. On my dad's side. My mom, my twin sister and I, my brother Derek, he's 2 years older than us. And we have a younger brother named Cameron Page.
Okay.
He's 9 years younger than us.
And are you all athletes?
Yeah,
we all played sports.
All played sports.
In
my
high
brother
school?
played like every sport it was. In the band, we were in the band in middle school, but my mom wanted us to. We were already in the chorus, and we played basketball, so my mom wanted us to drop one of them. And since we love basketball and we love singing,
It was
so
taken
we
away from our studies, so she made us drop
Choose.
one.
Choose.
So I had to get rid of the saxophone. I played the alto sax.
and I played the clarinet.
Well, how often do you pick it up? Do you pick up either one?
No, we just stopped
They
playing.
really are gone.
And after that, I just found a love for playing the piano. Ever since then, I've been playing the piano. I self-taught, and I started writing. That's when we started writing in 7th grade. That's when we started writing.
20 years ago, started writing songs, and been writing songs ever since. My grandmother wrote songs. She sang. My mother writes songs. She sang.
Still writes
She
songs.
still writes songs, and got our babies, our little girls.
They're already
singing.
loving the music.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about, like I said, since this is Father's Day and we are celebrating successful children, what is it like to have a twin? Because I'm even observing the two of you. I believe this is the first time we've met. We've been emailing, but this is the first time I've actually met you. And I'm just loving the way that you're finishing each other's sentences. I don't know if you knew that you did that.
all the time.
I
Think alike.
and even the color coordination today. You didn't plan this.
No, ma'am. No.
Okay.
Well,
what is it like having
actually,
a twin?
I didn't say we didn't plan it. I just told her what I had. She told me what she was wearing. I said, okay,
You can work with that.
I can work with that.
Okay, all right. So, being a twin?
It's awesome. Everybody always says to us, "You didn't try to trick your teachers in school." We say, "No, we didn't do that."
Boyfriends growing up, no, they knew us
do that.
apart. We had our only. I mean, we're twins, but we got different personalities. Very totally different. Totally different. And some people can tell us apart by the way we talk, by the way we walk. You know.
And then sometimes people say, "Well, you sound like Lacey today." I'm like, "Okay."
But we think alike. We finish each other's sentences. Some people say, "Did you feel her pain?" But sometimes I can tell when something's wrong. You know,
Like I could be thinking something in my head or singing a song in my head, and she'll start singing it at the same time I start thinking it in my head. And like I think I was telling. When we was in middle school, you had an essay to do, and after school was over, it was going to the bus stop, and we were running to tell each other the same thing. We had to do an essay, who would you want to be for a day and why, and we both chose Whitney Houston. So we was basically,
love Whitney Houston.
Yeah, we love Whitney Houston. So we both basically said the same thing.
Yeah.
And
But it was just in different words.
Okay, and your teacher knew that you weren't together, right?
Yeah,
we
they
knew
knew we
she was
weren't
at the
together.
bottom hall,
Okay.
and I was at the top hall.
Okay, okay.
And both of us had the same topic, so
Yeah.
that was kind of awesome.
Well, talk about your experience at Albany State and in terms of, you know, wins and that kind of thing. Which positions did you play?
Shooting guards.
I played shooting guard.
All right, both of you. All right.
It was, when we first got there, it was kind of hard for us to grasp the offense, you know, and the defense, coming from our JUCO college. And my sister, Coach Skinner, he always called us double trouble.
Okay.
He called me
Double man.
twin number 1 and her twin number 2. But Coach Skinner,
There you go. Albany State twins spell double trouble for foes.
yeah. But Coach Skinner, at first he didn't play us together. I mean, you think you're gonna get twins, you should play them together, Coach Skinner.
Hint, okay.
Yeah, but finally he took initiative to play us together, and
With the help of Coach Josie,
yeah,
kept telling them over and over again, you need to put them in together.
yeah.
So
And that's when we scored that 35, combined with 35 at Tuskegee.
So you work together.
And that's when we made the paper and everything.
All right, we need to take a break. What I want to do is give your email addresses, and the reason being, we've been talking about the athletics side,
Okay.
but you also are musicians and you perform. You've performed in the past. You want to do it again. If somebody wants to have you come, you know, they can get in contact with you. So I've got Latricia at Hotmail. I'm sorry, it's got a T for Tolbert at hotmail.com, and then we've got I've got the other one here somewhere. There we go. Delacia T at hotmail.com. So both of them with hotmail.com and then their names. And if you want to get in touch with them, play catch up, they have put that out there for you. We'll talk more about the photography and what you're doing now when we come back. So stay with us, everybody. Welcome back on this Father's Day. We're celebrating the success of two sisters who happen to be twins. I'm talking with Tracy Tolbert Bright and Lacey Renee Tolbert, and they're here to kind of remind you, jog your memories of the days that they played basketball at Albany State from 2000 to 2004. We've also established the fact that they come from a family of athletes. They're also connected to royalty. Talk about that.
Back in not 2000, but back in 1996 at our family reunion in Tampa, Florida, our cousins from Liberia came to our family reunion. My dad and my aunts, they tracked down our family tree and they found out that we were related to William Richard Tolbert Jr. He was the president of Liberia. Before he was president, prior to being president, he was vice president for 20 years under the leadership of Mr. Tubman.
Okay.
He was the president at the time, and then he became president.
So we got some royal blood going there. We've got lots of pictures to share with you as we go down memory lane. So let's take a look at those pictures, and you sort of tell us what we're looking at. Starting with this one, of course, Albany State twins, as you mentioned last segment, spelling double trouble for their foes. Again, you were there from 2000 to 2004. Are those twins? Familiar twins up in the left corner?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so these are all
We're 2 years old at the top.
2 years. And then I see
19 with the little white and gray little top.
Okay.
Then
Albany
we were
State.
20 right there with the overalls. 2008 with the orange jacket, our class reunion, 10-year class reunion. That's when my sister got married, 09, 29.
Is this the royalty?
Yeah,
okay.
Some pictures of some celebrities that we've been, well, my cousin, royalty, William Richard Tolbert.
Okay.
He's the president of Liberia.
Special moments at Albany State.
Our Willie Gary,
Madam President,
Adil L. Barbara, AIDS activist, and our god sister,
Candace White.
Very inspiration to us.
That's
my
our
mom, my brother, my dad, and my brother.
My husband, my little girls, and my niece Timisia.
Okay. Is that the family reunion? I see a tree there. Is that the family tree?
Last year.
Okay.
My mom.
And that picture at the bottom, we were we sung at the Sports Hall of Fame banquet back in 2000. And when we got to Albany State, we was voted ASU most unique students when we first got to Albany State.
Okay.
We played tennis also.
Wow.
Doubles together.
That's Tracy. I don't know.
That's me.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to my pictures.
All right.
Just pictures of the girls.
All the girls. That's when I was in my junior college, Chipola Junior College. We played basketball, and I was a homecoming queen. And it's pictures of
basketball from junior college, Albany State.
How did being an athlete, and as we continue to look at all the photographs, how did being an athlete help to shape you?
You just characteristics. You learn discipline. Discipline comes with attitude. Learn leadership skills. Just learn how to be a leader, take charge.
be prepared.
Being prepared.
Persistent.
Yeah.
And then I think most of all, you have to be passionate. Anything
Relentless, you're fearful. I mean, just strive, unyielding. You just got to be motivated.
And I know you said that your girls are already showing that love for music. What about the athletics?
Well, I think that'll come.
My daughter's already started basketball. I mean, she told me she didn't want to play. I wasn't going to force her, but now since I've been doing these camps this summer, she's been with me, so she can dribble and She can dribble. That's my baby right there.
Okay.
She can dribble.
And how old is she?
She's 7. She's at Lincoln. She's going to 2nd.
Okay.
Straight A student all year long this year. That's me. Recently with Gary with the T from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. I was one of the sponsors Sunday at the Hilton for the Christy Lee experience. Yeah.
Okay.
That was an awesome experience.
And speaking of that, when you said you were one of the sponsors, you have your own company,
Yeah.
D Lady Photography,
Yes.
Set Apart, Unique Images.
Yeah.
How long have you been a photographer, and how did that love come about?
Well, actually, I worked Doherty Middle School. I'm like the photographer there. So, well, my uncle, he's been taking pictures for a long time, and we always looked up to him, you know. And I just been taking pictures in different places, and then some people was like, "Oh, you take really nice pictures." And I went to purchase me a camera offline. I got it up. Was eBay.
Okay.
It was like an auction.
Just to try it out.
Yeah, and then I
Okay.
just started taking pictures and posting them. And people say, "You're really good. You have a gift, you know, and talented." So I just stepped out on Facebook. I wasn't really thinking about it. It's just God gives us gifts and talents. I think you should use them to the best of your ability. And I just got cards made and just started just speaking into existence, like, you know, it was already done, you know. And I was just like, you know, photography.
So you also you do graphics work?
Yeah, I do a little graphics, more just a photographer. And
Videographer?
I do video.
Minister of Music, songwriter, and gospel artist.
Yes.
And then for you, do you try your hand ever at taking pictures? Or you
She
just
likes
do
to
that?
be in the pictures.
Oh, you like to be in the pictures. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, but you also sing,
Yes.
songwrite,
Yes, ma'am.
and again, you teach in the Bibb County school system. How many years again have you been teaching?
Well, this is my 5th year.
Okay, 5th year for you, and
This is my 7th year.
7th year. Okay.
Or
And-
8th year.
And still, you are the girls' assistant basketball coach at Albany High. Talk a little bit about that experience. How is it to take the skills, the talents that you've been given, and share them with
I always
others?
try to tell athletes that basketball equips you, get you ready for life. I mean, all the things that you learn with basketball, how to be persistent, aggressive, fearless, you know, relentless, you know, you take it with you in life. I mean, it trains you and gets you ready for life, you know. I mean, basketball, it's like a passion for us. So
Yeah, I look at it like this. Basketball, you're in a gang, you're trying to reach a goal. You always gonna have opponents, obstacles in your way for you to reach that goal. So that's how life is, and I try to put it in that kind of perspective so to let them understand that no matter what you're facing in life, you can achieve it. You just got to be focused and determined to get to the goal. You know.
All right. So I've heard the teamwork and the working together over the years, and I've got to ask this: are there times when you're competitive? Have you been on the basketball court or had something else going on where you're at each other? Like,
Oh, my
I'm going to
goodness.
beat you.
Oh,
Okay.
high school, it's a situation that happened. Everybody was like, OMG. I can't believe they did that. She was going up for a layup, and she missed it. You missed it, right?
I think so.
She
I don't
missed it,
remember.
and we started fussing because we could have won the game. And then everybody say, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. So that's the only...
So she just started fussing at me, and I was like, why are you fussing at me? And we just started going back.
And then my mom was like, Lacey and Tracy. No, she called our real name. Lacey and LaTracia. And you know, when she says our real name, we know she's...
That's like when a parent calls the entire name, your first, your middle, and your last name. Let me give your email addresses again. It's latracia@hotmail.com and Delacia, and it's got the T for Tolbert, at hotmail.com. I think we've got that on the screen available for you, and if not, we'll make sure we put it up for the next segment. We need to take another break. When we come back, again, on this Father's Day, we're celebrating successful children, and of course these children have had their own children of their own, but they are sharing their talents that they've been given, and we're just sharing that with you today. Stay with us. And we're back on this Father's Day. I'm talking with Tracy Tolbert Bright. You see that I've taken the easy way out, and I've gone to Tracy, who is a teacher in Macon, also songwriter, also twin of Lacey Fernay Tolbert, who's a photographer, girls assistant basketball coach at Albany High. Also, they both played full scholarships at Albany State University from 2000 to 2004. I was asking you about being competitive. I'm sorry, 2000 to 2002. I was asking you about being competitive, you know, against each other as opposed to, you know, working as one unit. And you actually have had teams you coached against each other. Tell us about that.
One season,
about 2 years ago, I was coaching with Albany Tech women's basketball, and she was coaching with Middle Georgia Tech. And they came, we played all our games at Albany State, and they came. Well, we went there first, and we beat them. We was talking about, you know, we're going to beat y'all. She was like, yeah, we're going to beat y'all. No, we're going to beat y'all. We ended up beating them, and then they came to Albany State, and we beat them again. So, no luck. They lost both times. So, I mean, that's the only thing. I know, it's still with love. That's the only time I could think of being competitive, you know, coaching against each other.
Excited about it because my coworker, she was actually a head coach, and her husband went to Albany State, Bobby Brown. He was the head men's basketball coach, and she asked me at the last minute would I help out with the team, and I told her sure. And my husband was very supportive. He came to the games.
Cheered you on.
Yeah, the girls.
Let's talk about what's going on now. Of course, I mentioned that both of you are songwriters, and you have, this is really more your work, even though you're on here, but you are working on some songs, and you're working on getting that CD out. Is this going to be your first CD?
Yeah, it'll be my first.
All right, and what about for you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and your daughter's on here as well?
Yeah,
when will this be available, do you think?
I mean, today. I mean, I'm making copies with my own copies, but trying to get it more professional, go to studios and get it more professional. But my first single is already here. It's playing on making airways.
They play it on airways and
I'm trying to get some
caller requests.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get some stuff played on the local airways. You know,
the song we recorded.
It's gospel. It's contemporary gospel.
And in fact, you have led what FCA for Albany State still.
Albany State. Well, now. When that was in the past, but now with Doherty Middle, but now, you know, I'm going to be transitioning somewhere else. But wherever I go, I'm going to make sure I'm involved, you know, with FCA. If I'm in the high school level or middle school level, I don't know yet. But I'm going to make sure I'm going to stay involved in FCA.
And in terms of helping with other girls' basketball teams, are you going to continue to do that or try to do that in Macon?
I'm going to try if the opportunity
is there. And then you still working with... What is it, Albany High?
We have practice going on right now. And then we have a camp at Darton tomorrow and Saturday.
All right, so let's fast forward. Of course, we're taping this before Father's Day, actually, but it is Father's Day. What do you want to say to your dad?
I want to say Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. We love you. He's like my mentor. He coaches football, basketball. He coached famous athletes, WNBA players, NFL players. So he's like.
So he's still doing that down in Florida?
He coaches like rec league now, football, and then he has his own track.
So he's an all-around sports person as well.
Yeah.
And is your mom an athlete?
She played racquetball.
She used to play racquetball.
Okay. All right.
I guess where we got the tennis from.
All right. Well, let me do this. Let me give your email addresses again. LaTracia T @hotmail.com, and we also have DelaciaT@hotmail.com, and we'll be looking and listening for your CD project, and you need to let us know when that'll be out. And again, D-Lady Photography, if you need a wonderful photographer, she's here, set apart, unique images. That number is 854-9117. And again, to all of you dads out there, I hope you have
my husband.
Oh, okay. She wants to say Happy Father's Day to her husband. And the family's here, actually, cheering both of you on. I want to say Happy Father's Day, and thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday.